How's everybody doing today? Today I'm going to be going over a quick install on my brand new 2018 Bass Tracker Heritage. Doesn't matter about what boats or whatever, but I have a deep sail and a cranking battery, and well, I'm going to be installing the Cabela's dual bank charger, the marine grade onboard. This is comes with a 2-year warranty, a 12 by 24, so it's a 10 to 10 charging station. It does come equipped with on and off, so once your batteries are fully charged, it does turn off. So I'm super excited to get this in so I can start taking the boat out more. I've only taken it out twice so far, and this right here is going to give me full optimization of using my boat. So when it's off, it can get those batteries nice and charged. So let's get at it. So I got everything out of the package, looking through all the instructions. Super simple to install. You have two, like I said, this right here is a 2-bank charger system on board. So you have one that goes towards your cranking, then you got one towards it goes toward your deep sail or trolling motor and all the other fixes inside the boat. It doesn't matter which one goes to which. I'm sure other models it probably does matter, but with this particular model it does not. And then you have one more lead, and that right there is actually your 110 outlet. And then it actually does have a ground on this one. Most of everything new nowadays comes with a ground, but it does come with a template, so you don't have to worry about misplacing your holes. I have used these a lot, so actually the best way to use these is to actually tape this up and then actually just drill your holes right through the template instead of having to worry about it. I don't know if I'm actually going to use regular screws. I'm probably going to cheat a little bit, ain't gonna lie. I'm probably just going to go up and get some self-tappers and self-tap the hell out of it. Well, hopefully this video is going to help out a little bit, because this is my first boat I have ever owned. I've never driven one, never done anything, but I didn't get that on scene. I don't know why. Maybe eventually. I don't know. Well, anyways, I'll show you what this thing does look like. I was kind of disappointed when I opened it, because if you read on the outside, I didn't read anything on the outside of this thing that says that it does not come with hardware. So I am going to have to run up to the Quick Store and buy some self-tappers. So I'll show you what this thing looks like real quick, and then I'm off to the store before I start anything. There it is. Pretty simple charger. I mean, nothing too simple. Anything too fancy either, but this right here is system check okay. That means you'll have all these hooked in right. You've got your first bank, second bank, and then power on, and then charge monitoring system. And then these right here are just pretty much self-explanatory. It says analyzing, charging, conditioning, auto maintain, and storage reconditioning. So everything is A and okay to go. Besides, I'm sweating all over. It's like being in a sauna in here. So I will finish this video when I get back and get started on it. Probably grab some waters because I'm dying in here. And we'll get started. I'll show you a couple more steps and we'll be on our way. Alrighty, I just got done going to this hardware store because I told you it doesn't come with any kind of hardware at all. None. It's frustrating. Very aggravating, actually. Figured they'd say something, but hey, as long as it works, that's what I'm wanting. If I gotta go out and spend $8 on some hardware, I don't care as long as it works. This product was also $148, so I know I kind of went the cheaper route. I wanted to go the cheaper route. Hopefully it doesn't bite me. But anyways, I went up, got some hex head self-tappers, stainless, so hopefully it'll last me a good time. But I was kind of thinking ahead. I was thinking a little bit like, I really just don't want to mount that straight to the boat. I kind of want a buffer in between. I was going to put a whole big piece of something behind it. So I actually bought some rubber washers. So I'm actually going to put these behind every screw. So instead of it being right up against the boat, not saying it's going to have any play, but I don't know. I just wanted a buffer. I didn't want to directly send it to the boat. So I'm going to get these on, but also wire management. Wire management, these right here. These are your buddies. These will save your life in a wire issue. Later down the road, you got to get back in this thing, you're going to be like, oh, there's wires everywhere. And trust me, there are actually wires everywhere. Literally, seriously, that's no joke. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, oh, this is also 9/16. the ones in there, my battery are whatever. These are 3/8 right there, 3/8, and this right here is 5/16 for the hex head. So, anyways, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get it all broke apart. I might show you how to install this when I use my self tappers. So, let's go for it. Okay, so instead of trying to put the first bolt in and trying to talk to you guys at the same time, that was a pain. I just went ahead and deleted that section. But I went ahead and already got one self tapper in with the washer in the back. I've already talked to a dealer and another person that owns one of these boats. He said right here is the recommended spot for it. So always make sure when you go to drill a hole in your boat to make sure you look at the graphs, make sure you talk to the dealer or the manufacturer, and make sure that you get the proper area to be able to do this, because you definitely don't want to be drilling a hole in any boat that you don't know if you've got you know, anything in that area. So anyways, like I said, these are my bolts right here, right there. Let me do that. Nope. Anyways, hex head, self tap. They fly through aluminum, so you usually only have one shot with this. If you go to over tap that, so set your drill on low. Even if you just pop it through with the drill and then finish it with even a hand tool, it doesn't matter. Just do not overdo it. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. So stick the bolt in there. I'll slide the washer in the back. Now it is ready for my bolt. So, take the drill head, get her in there, and start off slow. There it is. Okay, so these are my first two holes. Let's go ahead and get a little glimpse of that and what's going on here. So you can see I got my bolt, or well, my screw, self tapper. I got the washer right behind it. Same on both sides. I got all my wires in the front, which I'll take care of that later. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting these two last bolts in, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I got the inboard charger, onboard charger, whichever war. I guess it depends on where you live. Anyways, I got the onboard charger installed, putting in place with my set screws. Is it the proper way of doing it? I don't know. Some people will probably tell you to screw it, drill it out, then put a bolt in it. But I did go with the stainless steel set bolts, or well, self tappers. I'm pretty sure one of you guys are probably cringing right now as I say it, but that's what I went with. That was my call, judgment. But I went ahead and hooked in to my deep cycle. So I'm going to show you that, and then we'll probably go through the steps on the next one. So let me show you that, and we'll go through it real quick. So anyways, there's the charger. I said this is the first lead, top lead, one that comes out. It comes down, hooks around. As right now, I've got the power to the power, and then the ground to the ground. And if someone that hasn't messed with power a lot, let's go ahead and probably break that down a little bit. Red is always your power, and then black is usually your ground. I mean, it changes once you get up past like 220. When you start getting to like 480 and stuff, it starts changing a little bit. But this right here is a small. We ain't got to worry about that. But I went ahead and put mine underneath the factory one, only due to the fact that they've got a little bit better of round out. The ones on this one's are a little bit bigger, so I wanted to get a really good seat. So I went ahead and went underneath the regular power line so I can have a better connection. Same thing over there, did the same thing. But I'm going to put this one back in, and then we will jump over to the first battery, or the second battery, or well, the cranking battery, and I'll probably go step by step on that one. So we'll be back. Okay guys, well, let's go ahead and break this down. So this right here is the second bank cord that we're allowed to use. I do want to make note that this right here says 12 volt battery, 14 aught, 600 volt, 105 degrees Celsius dry, 75 degrees Celsius wet. So these are only for one bank, so don't try to hook up two with one by jumpering and cross-linking and all that. So alright, so how I did this on the last one is take this, it's a kind of a pain, but it will fit. Get it ran through the safety on this, or the cover. Alright, just like that. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to come right here, unscrew that, just like so. Just like that. Pop this one up, pop that one down, pop that one down, and then just reconnect the bolts. Pow. Screw it back down. I keep getting shocked because I'm touching aluminum and it's grounded. Alright. It's just a little shock, it ain't much. Just enough to feel it. Alright. So the power cord is done. And I'll just slide this back down, just like so. And try to cover it up. These right here really ain't very good. It's kind of just sitting there. Alright, let's go over to now the ground. Same situation. The only thing that you want to keep in mind, because I messed up, I don't have a longer shank for this. I don't have an extension. I usually like to use a longer extension because you sitting there talking to your buddy, fixing on your boat, and the next thing you know, you accidentally tap the ground or tap the power while you're on the ground, or vice versa, power to ground. You will feel it. Let me tell you, it will let you know. So anyways, alright, I'm going to take this bolt off, just like that. And do the same thing. Take that off. Boop. Take that one down because you can see the hole differences. This right here is coming from a bank charger. This right here is a factory. So I'm going to take the bigger one, put it down first, and then the smaller one, smaller diameter, so it has a better fit, better connection. Put that back down, and honestly, that right there finishes it up. Switch that. That's it. It is installed, ready to be used, and I will be back to show you what it's like to be used. Alright. Okay guys, so everything is plugged in, everything is wired. Wiring, maintenance is, I guess, under control. There's zip ties everywhere. But I'm actually going to run over a couple systems with this. As soon as you plug it in, the first thing that's going to happen is that red light right at the top is actually going to flash red. It's going to flash red for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then, no, I want you to come over here. Okay guys, so I got everything installed. Everything's ready to rock and roll. All the cables are maintained. The zip ties are everywhere. But anyways, as soon as you plug this in to 110 outlet, as I do here, and it does come with a ground, the first thing that's going to happen is that this red light is going to blink, and all that is just to analyze and make sure everything's connected and ready to go. When it finally does decide to start charging, you're going to start getting a green light, and everything will be ready to go, and it's pretty much showing you that it's charging. Right here in the actual volume side, the up and down, that right there shows the how much charge was in your battery, and mine was dead. Like I said, I took it out twice without charging it, so I've got about probably close to 7 hours on this. But anyways, let me read it to you. I'll just make sure I get it right. The red light will be solid during charging. So right there, there's a blue power, so make sure you actually have power to it. Once a month, it's going to be green LED will be on right here at the bottom. That'll do that once a month. Once a month, it'll go through, condition the batteries, make sure everything's fine, the polarity's good, and all that. But I know that a lot of people, like myself, looked up a bunch of YouTube videos to try to figure out which one would be best for me. I actually just have the 2018 Bass Tracker Heritage, so all I have is one deep cell and one cranking. Another option that you could do is that they actually make this in a 1 bank. You can do it in a 2 bank, or you can buy 3, 4, whatever. And this model right here, the Pro Series 2 bank, was 148. I'm only going to be taking this out probably once or twice a week, so I wish I had more time, but you know, work, wife, honeydews, all that, kids. I mean, that's probably the best. At best, I'd be able to take it out, unless she lets me take it out a little more. But you can step it up to a faster charger. This is only a 12 amp, so it's actually split. I'll only be sending 12 or 10 amps per one, so it's a 20 amp system. So I'll be sending 10 to each. And make sure when you buy these, I was told from the dealer and everyone else, make sure that you actually have an automatic shutoff. I mean, the deep cell needs to be at the top or the fullest to maintain its life. I mean, it's like the Hawk. It's got to be full go all the time. So always make sure that it has an on and off. You don't want it to be consistently on. That's why I don't use a Trinkle charger. That's actually why I went and bought an actual onboard, so it would kick on and off, and then it does systems check to make sure that the battery hasn't drained. It'll kick back on, take it back to the top, and kill it. So I definitely appreciate you guys filling in on me in my first video. I hope you like it. Hopefully you guys learned something. Before you go out and buy one, trust me, I am not a professional. I had to learn on the go. Make sure that you actually go out. I mean, I do want to hit a couple steps. Talk to your dealer about the right charger for your boat. Make sure that you get a haul diagram, or talk to your dealer or the manufacturer about where you can actually install and put placement bolts. And just be safe. Make sure you do everything right. Put your batteries up, and make sure you hook everything up as instructed. You guys have a good one, and this right here is a video from Overtime Fishing.